Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's another normal-ass normal game sent in by you, the fans, at patreon.com/LAGTV, where for $5, you get a chance to send in your matches and a ridiculously high probability of getting casted.
Yes.
Mr. Maximus Black.
Yes, sir.
Hit me up with the sound of being absolutely starving and then rewarding yourself with the Jesse's Bounce Burger, because that's what I'm going to do after this.
Oh, fuck yes! Ha!
Ha!
Ha! Ha! Fuck!
It's happening.
Man, I've got ribs upstairs sitting in the
Oh, that's not a bad
microwave.
fucking dream either.
ribs and rice.
Let's go.
That's what I've got. And then
I'm
I've got some more voiceover shit to do. Yippee-ki-yay.
Yay.
So, there it is.
It
ribs,
happens.
Ribs and rice.
Delicious.
Oh,
Bottom
let's go.
left.
So hungry.
Bottom left, we have Asheir. Top right, KnasKnas.
KnasKnas. KnasKnas and Asheir.
Of the prestigious clans Apsha and Spaglo.
Oh, yeah, I see what you did there. I see what you did there. PVZ on automation.
Yeah, nice skin on the Zerg. I like that skin.
I actually don't like skins in StarCraft 2, only because some units literally look like different units.
Well, I'm an advocate for skins being seen on your screen and not your opponent's.
I like that idea.
I've been saying that since I came up with skins, for the exact reason you're talking about, is that you have to adjust for, like, all the skins and know what they look like, and it kind of, like, fucks with you when you're trying to make, like, super quick decisions, and a lot of it is just...
It makes some of them look huge, too. Like certain skins make Zerglings look almost like roaches and shit. It's just fucking... I'm with you there. It should only be for the player. And then that's not a problem.
Yeah, because, I mean, who cares? Like... It's not like they're spending like $7,000 on a skin and being like showing off their e-penis.
But Adam, the opponent, if the opponent sees how cool the skin is, they're more likely to buy the skin.
I guess, if that's really their best way of advertising, then that's pretty weak.
Very weak. But hey, it's Activision.
Well, either way, we have a very nice and standard opening on both sides, so I'm going to take this opportunity to remind everyone to head on over to patreon.com/LAGTV, get involved in the community. Hook us up with a few dollars, and you too can have a ridiculously high probability chance of having your games casted.
Yes, and also, if you guys do become Patreon supporters, instead of uploading your replay to Mediafire and putting it under a certain post, all you need to do now is send us a replay to lifesaglitchtv@gmail.com. That address is in the description of this video. In the title of the email, just put in your Patreon name, how much you are of a Patreon supporter in terms of the dollar amount, and just add in your replay there on the email, and I will go ahead and make sure you are who you say you are, and then you have that opportunity to be cast.
That's right.
It's really that simple. I will say, there isn't a whole lot of people that are sending in replays, so you're not guaranteed to get a spot, but there's a good chance. And what we'll also do is each week we'll try and make it so that new people are getting their games cast, so that, and then once we get enough, then we can start doing some repeats, right? So if there's constant supporters every month, we'll mix it up. You know, if you don't get in this week, perhaps you'll get in next week. And if your game doesn't get cast and you really like the replay, just send it in again the next week. So if that's the game you really want done, keep sending that same replay in every week, and then eventually we'll get the idea, or maybe you'll finally be up for your chance to be cast.
Yeah. Either way, it's a hell of a lot easier to get casted these days than it was a few years ago. Let's put it that way.
Yep.
Mr. Black,
yes,
I'm
sir.
seeing a dark shrine being thrown down right now.
I like that.
Straight to it, wasting no time. This is a gas-intensive production happening right now. We got a Robo.
Is he gonna go for Blink?
Dark Shrine with the Temple.
I've been doing my last ladder session, which was yesterday. I did 9 hours of straight-up Blink Stalker builds. Or, sorry, Blink DT builds.
Really?
Yes. Because DTs have Blink now.
Yes, of course, yeah.
It's only a 100 upgrade, and they're really good. It's a really good thing against Terrans that wall off, because you can blink over the walls. But yeah, it's cutesy. This is scary here for the Protoss.
This is very scary, especially since he's teching so hard.
The Bane's gun in, but the sentries get out just in the nick of time. If that sentry did not get out, it's still looking like trouble. He manages to get off one more force field before it dies. He needs to get a probe over here now and build a pylon here and get enough time to warp in another sentry. There's a couple of warp-ins. He's going to use the... the DTs are nice. Not only can they not see and attack the DTs, but they're going to be able to hold off this front. But now they managed to get in. This is going to do it. There's going to be a lot of damage being dealt here.
How in the hell is a Protoss supposed to come out of this one? I mean, DTs are going to go a long way here, but there's going to be a lot of damage dealt no matter how you slice it here. He's going to save a lot of the probes, bringing them on down. Archons will do a lot of splash damage, but they might take a lot of damage just being created right now. Or not, because the Zerg split his attention.
That was not
and
not
now
smart.
He's got the probes and the other DTs to help keep him at bay with the splash damage of the Archons. 23, 24 kills. 25. These Archons are going to rack up kills like it's nothing. And this whole attack is now going to get completely bodied right now. Well done. Very well
nice
done.
pickup there. Saving that Archon last second. The DT's cleaning it up. And, you know, not only did KnasKnas not play that in the best way, but I got to give it to Asheir. Is that how you pronounce his name? Whatever it is.
Yeah, Asheir,
Asheir, he played that very, very well. What the hell was that?
That was Shakira.
Oh, okay.
Hit me up with a little Shakira.
Shakira.
There you go.
Oh, but in the top right there. You ain't gonna become man.
There you go.
Tell me one more time.
It's like Celine Dion if she needed to force herself to sing another way. It's kind of how that goes.
Shakira's sexy though.
It's true. Her hips definitely don't tell lies.
No, they don't.
This Zerg is doing the classic. Fuck it, just keep throwing Zerglings at it until the problem goes away. Which really, when you do as much economic damage as he's done, it doesn't, you know, not make sense to be doing that, but he's gonna have an increasingly,
well, you know,
more and more difficult time.
Yeah, he's killed 11 workers, which is nothing to be scuffed about, but he should really have had a little bit more. I mean, the amount of
really
lings he got in here.
scattered brain when he was in there.
I mean, there was a lot going on.
Yeah, exactly.
And Asheir was doing a great job at walling shit off, and then the DTs came in, they make you go crazy. More lings are coming in. How the hell is Asheir not have this completely walled by now?
I think I think he almost kind of wants him to get in, and maybe he can trap some.
That's true.
I mean, because look at what he's got.
Yeah.
He's gonna kill Zerglings all day.
Yeah.
So, you know, if he loses a couple of probes, but he takes out, you know, 10, 12 Zerglings, then maybe that's his play. But he's obviously not that concerned about it. He doesn't even he could just build a sentry. And whenever they come in, pop a sentry, and you know, it's all over. Oh, he cancels that. He gets the, you know, the precious few minerals and gas back from that Baneling. But now the Protoss is on the offensive. He has the army count in his favor. He has the tech count in his favor. You know what? Archons, Dark Templars, and Zealots are a scary composition for a Zerg running nothing but Zerglings and Roach to be seeing right now. Does he have anything at home right now prepared for this?
Well, just units, really. Just a lot of units. And he's going to need, you know, I'm going to say he'd survive this, but the Warp Prism's coming up, so he's going to be able to reinforce. He's splitting his army right now, which isn't smart. Because he needs those Archons.
That splash.
Yeah, he needs those Archons. And if he loses all these Zealots, which it looks like he's going to, why would you ever take that fight? He's trying to get fancy now and go up here, but that was dumb. He should have just kept his army together. He just threw his fucking army.
Yeah, he threw pretty much the vast majority of his army in that, and I don't know what he was thinking.
For what?
For what? You're gonna get
a few drone kills?
You get like 3 or 4 drone kills at best. It didn't accomplish anything. You better get both of these. Get these Archons out.
Not a good trade, man.
That was a bad trade. He could have easily, I would imagine, have won that fight at that third
with Warpins, to
get reinforcements, more Zealots.
Yeah.
Would have taken it. Maybe even would have been able then to clean up, and maybe even if he got lucky, take that third out.
Yeah.
In the process.
Yeah.
That was not the smartest play. He's got charge coming now. He's building Immortals to deal with the Roaches. But he could have done a lot more damage with what he just had there.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like he's just trying to make a mountain out of
a molehill.
A molehill for no reason. I mean, he had the mountain, and he decided to just chop the mountain down and take these little mini fights. It's almost like he's fixated on how cool it would be to do a drop with 2 Archons and harass.
I feel like he thought that his opponent had way less units at home than he did. And that the Zealots would have been able to take on whatever came their way, because he did have a number of Zealots. Unfortunately for him, the Zerg was basically worked his way into 3 base, so he had more than probably he bargained for. But now with 2 Immortals there, 2 Archons, 2 more Archons
He
on
can
the
take
way.
this fight. He can take this fight
That fight
now.
is definitely one to be taken, and he should probably do it.
Yeah, he can take this fight right now. Once again, he's just harassing. Like, he's got charge now. He just needs to go in. Just needs to fight this. Just needs to fight this. Just
there
go.
He is. He's going to do it. His Immortals.
Pick up. That's good. I'm liking that little bit of micro there, but he needs to get the Immortals up in the front, tanking some while the Archons are in the front. But instead,
I feel like he should have been microing the Immortals instead of microing the Archons.
Exactly.
Because he just basically, because I mean,
he's dropping an Archon to auto death. Really.
Yeah, Archons are great, but they aren't going to kill roaches like your Immortals are. And really, the Archon should have been behind the Immortals in a fight where it was literally entirely roaches.
Yeah.
So he made the right idea. Wrong unit to be microing, and now he's going back again. This time with what 3?
I don't mind this.
Dark Templar.
This I like.
Yeah.
Because he can do some harassment here, kill some drones, or even just go for the lair, pick off the lair, maybe get the tech, he can get the roach horn, even though that's really not that important. If it was me right now, I'd be going after the drones until they ran or that happened and get the hell out. But I think his big thing here would be try and get rid of that damn lair tech. That would have been the biggest thing. But good job here from KnasKnas. Getting that Overseer in there quickly, making sure he's taking next to no damage, and now he's starting to become in the lead. 132 supply to the 117, focusing immediately down and dropping those hot fire mixtapes. Like a lollipop. And he's going to get rid of one of these Immortals.
Yeah, that Immortal is going to go down there. The other one is getting in behind a couple of Zealots now, but those mixtapes are going to be doing enough damage that the Protoss has to play it a little safer right now. Protoss is playing with fire everywhere he goes.
Yeah, I mean, that was a decent little engage there. He doesn't want to overdo it. He's getting brazen by just warping in or what's the word I'm looking for? Fusion. I'm thinking Dragon Ball Z.
Why not? Close enough.
Yeah. What do they call that? I guess fusion.
I can't remember if there's a specific name for it anymore, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Well, the Zerg is now going to take out that third, or make an effort to anyway. That's a lot of roaches.
That is a lot of roaches.
And they're in a real good spot right now.
They're in a beautiful spot.
Just single fire that entire Nexus down.
Yep.
And then move on to the next one.
Yeah,
he's getting rid of
he's
pylons.
just going to run around in circles here. Nax is doing some damage. He's going to be able to single fire off these DTs. Archon's trying to come around the side. Now Nax in a really bad position. He's trying to get in there. Nice little pickup there from Asheir. He's doing a good job with the Warp Prism Micro. That's cute. I like it. He's got the charge lots now, and he should be able to clean up all of these roaches. He's going to try and get as many workers as he can, which would be smart. There's no point in trying to kill off a zealot or two at a time. At this point, you're caught. I'm not sure how I feel about KnasKnas running in his roaches inside the base there. He pretty much gave them away. I mean, he could have sort of ran them out, right? Or killed the Nexus, yeah.
Well, the Nexus
right
down
here.
there, yeah, he spent all of his time attacking pylons.
That's cute. This is good.
He could have easily gotten rid of that Nexus and didn't.
Comes a recall.
And he comes a recall, so he focused on pylons and workers, and I don't think he really got too many workers, and he only got a handful of pylons, so another interesting choice there. He had all of his roaches literally stacked up on that Nexus.
Yeah, he could have taken it out.
Like 4 or 5 attacks, and that Nexus is basically dead.
Yep.
And he could have just left at that point and been fine. Instead, he rotated through and played a little risky. And what lead that he had at the moment is kind of dwindled away. He still has a lead to be certain. It's just not as much as it would have been otherwise. And he's going down for what seems to be another attack.
He's got more supply, but the army of Asheir is the absolute counter to what he has, right? You've got Archon, Charge Lots, and Immortals with a couple DTs. DTs aren't doing much because KnasKnas is actually smart enough to have Overseers. He's supply blocked right now, 144 to 144. Hopefully he goes ahead and gets rid of this.
Stop killing pylons, you fool!
I know you want to stop in the warp cycles, but get rid of the Nexus first. Then if you have time, get rid of those pylons. Now he got rid of the probes, got rid of the pylons. Now he has enough time to also get rid of the Nexus. So now he needs to get the fuck out of Dodge, regroup, get unsupply blocked. Uh-oh, don't want to lose that. He lost both of his Overseers. Now those DTs
really has to leave.
will give him some trouble. He needs to get the fuck out of Dodge. And why in the hell is Asheir not built any disruptors yet? He's got the perfect army to blow up with disruptors. I mean, chunk the shit out of them.
Well, instead he's going to go for Storm.
No!
Which is about the last move that you want to go with here. I guess his only idea is because he's hard countering so bad, he's assuming that his opponent is going to do something like transition into Hydra or Muta, and that the Storm is going to become, handy. Unfortunately, his opponent isn't doing that. Dude. And he is all in on this Roach and Ravager, and he's now getting into into what am I trying to say right now? He does have a Hydra den, but he's actually they make the units go from one side of the map to the other. Thank you. That's the word I'm looking for. My brain wanted to only think Nexus. It did not want to say the word Nidus. But yeah, he's got Nidus now, and so he's thinking about using that at the same time. So, judging with how the Protoss has been making these little
nice little force field there, that was cute.
Little attacks. I feel like the Protoss could be caught out here if he's not careful.
No mixtape to break that force field, just allowing damage to ensue onto his base. Meanwhile, doing a nice two-prong attack, gonna get rid of another Hatcher. This is an action-packed game. I'm liking this.
It is.
Meanwhile, here comes the Nidus. But a quick recall, and it's Immortals. And it's Zealots. He should be able to clean this up. There's no batteries in there. 2 Immortals not attacking at all, but this will definitely be enough. Force a retreat. Got rid of that hatch. Manages to run out. Still got an Archon in here doing damage. 14 kills on that bad boy. Might be able to pick up this one Hydra before he goes down, and he will. Now he's going to be his life for ire. Bye-bye. And wow, a lot of action going on. 152 supply to 142. Did not rebuild this Nexus, but managed to put down this. So we've got 4 base Protoss versus now a 3 base Zerg. Not looking good for our Zerg player. And this army is just still looking really powerful, but this is looking good as well. It's all going to be about the positioning
of the Hydra.
That's really going to be it. And there's really not that many Hydra as well, but he needs to make sure that they can get off enough DPS. But it's going to be a base race now. He's going to go for the race.
Zerg wins that base race pretty much all day.
Yes.
I mean, that's just no question. And he's going to go in again. Is he going to focus on pylons?
Oh, he's turning around.
Yet again, he's turning around. Does he have enough energy for another recall, though?
He does, but it's still on
still on cooldown. Oh, that's a big bonus for the Zerg.
Fuck,
that's
I love this play.
Make it happen.
I love this play, bro. He's going to kill the Nexus and then run out through the Nidus.
Oh, but the Protoss actually came down the ramp.
Oh my god, is he gonna pull it off, bro? Is he gonna fucking pull it off, bro?
It's gonna happen.
He's gonna fucking pull it off, bro. He's gonna fucking pull it off, bro.
It's gone.
The motherfucking hit squad, bitch.
Happen.
Damn, that was cute. Damn, that was cute and overpowered.
I mean, the Protoss at this point might actually just decide that he's going to go all in.
He's got no choice.
This is a big army. I mean, I'd be turning everything into Archons at this point. Storm is not going to save your ass.
It's not going to save.
It's not going to do anything.
I would keep about 4 high temps. The rest would be into the Archons. He does need to get a couple of big storms off because he doesn't have disruptors. If he just would have went into disruptors, this army dies to disruptors so easily. It's one big attack, few free zealots coming in, free DT coming in, his Archons are in his front. The meat of his army's not there. Perfect position over here for the Zerg. Not looking good, Adam, for a Protoss player.
No, not at all.
Mixtapes are being dropped.
If you're going to walk into a base basically 3 units at a time, that's a rough go. The Zerg didn't really get out of the way of those storms, though, and he actually ate more than he needed to. The storm's doing way more damage than they have any right to. And now getting back out of the Nidus because he went in.
Big storms.
Hiding them, come back out. Huge storms. The Protoss is getting way too much utility out of these storms.
Oh, and he GG's out.
What?
It's over.
The fuck?
He GG'd.
Why were the storms so fucking good?
Damn, he clumped them. He clumped all of his units at him. He clumped all of his units.
The Protoss just walked them in one at a time.
Man, what an action-packed game that was, dude.
Lots of action, though.
I felt like the Zerg had an opportunity there. He had so many units. He was on the creep. The Protoss literally ran half of his army in before the meat and potatoes came in there, but instead, he started moving over in there. Then he brought all of his units out of his Nidus and sat in the storm like there were a whole lot of
no. It was weird. What an odd play.
Game. That was a close game.
Very close game. Odd plays for both sides. I think the Zerg lost it on that first attack when he could have taken out the third of the Protoss and instead just ran.
What are the upgrades?
Just ran his units.
2-2 versus 0-0.
That makes a big difference too.
Huge difference. Huge difference, man.
But just sending his roaches through and running through and not doing anything with them.
Yeah.
That was his moment to get really far ahead because the Zerg was ahead of the Protoss for the vast majority of that game, and just didn't capitalize on some opportunities there that allowed the Protoss to come back. And also the thing that Zerg did is the whole game he built the same shit. The Protoss was getting ready for a counter to his build.
Yeah.
And nothing was happening. He just kept building.
He could have at least got lurkers.
Roaches.
Lurkers would have done a lot of damage there. I mean, he could have teched into mutas. I mean, his entire army was basically, besides a few Archon, there was nothing there to attack air.
Exactly.
So a lurker muta switch would have been perfect, but he didn't. And honestly, he had enough there to kill this Protoss. Protoss did some really good things. Both of them did really good things, and then both of them did really shitty things. But it was a good competitive game.
Action-packed.
Hey, I like it.
It's great.
Keep sending these normal games in,
That's
please.
right.
That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. That's all the StarCraft we got for you this week. By the time you're seeing this, probably loading up some more StarCraft for the following week.
Patreon.com/LAGTV. Go and hit it up. Join the community. Support us if you want to keep this kind of content going. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.